Hello, students. Today we are going to start lesson number 3, that is infinitives with to and enough. We have studied about infinitives in the previous chapter. Now we will see the infinitives which are used with to and enough. Look at the given sentences. I am too lazy to go out. Kanishk was too hungry to wait for us. The lion was too sleepy to respond to the visitors in the zoo. Now see, these words which are in green are the infinitives as we had seen in the previous chapter, the to and verb first form. And here we have used this infinitive with TOO. So the structure will be to plus adjective plus to infinitive. Now in the sentences above, to go, to wait and to respond are the infinitives. In the first sentence, to indicates that the speaker feels very lazy. And in the second sentence, to shows that Kanishk was very hungry. Similarly, to in the third sentence indicates that the lion was so sleepy that it did not respond to the visitors. Thus, in all the three sentences, to acts as an adverb that is complemented by the infinitive. It is used to show that something is in excess or is not adequate. Now, here, to is used here as an adverb of the infinitive. Now, something is excess here. The lion was too sleepy. Lion was that much sleepy that he did not respond. Kanishk was that hungry that he couldn't wait. I was so lazy that I didn't go out. So, we are showing the extent here. Here we can see the example. You look too scared to complete this mission. Now, for completing the mission, we are very scared. So, this is the to used with the adjective and the infinitive. Now, let us start with the question number 1 of this lesson. Read the following sentences and modify them using TOO. A. It is cold for plants to flourish. Now, here we have to use to and modify the sentences. To will be used before cold. We use to before the adjective. So, it is too cold for plants to flourish. B. Sometimes you are hard to please. Now, hard. Here, hard is an adjective. So, sometimes you are too hard to please. C. I am sleepy to keep my eyes open. So, sleepy. I am too sleepy. We'll use to before sleepy. I am too sleepy to keep my eyes open. D. This camera is big to fit into my bag. This camera is too big to fit into my bag. So, we have seen the structure that it starts with TOO, then adjective, and after that it will be to infinitive. So, see, too cold. This is to an adjective and to flourish is a infinitive. In second, be too hard. So, to an adjective with infinitive. Too sleepy, to keep. So, to adjective and infinitive. Too big, to fit. So, to adjective and infinitive. Understood, students? We have to just keep the structure in mind and we have to use TOO. So, from E to H is in homework. Now, we will see the use of enough. Read the following sentences. This money is enough to start a new tea shop. Here we have used enough before the infinitive. I am hungry enough to eat a horse. Now here we have again used enough before the infinitive. This pencil is sharp enough to hurt someone. Again the same structure is followed here. In the sentences above, to start, to eat, and to hurt are infinitives. The word enough is used in each of these sentences. In, in the first sentence, enough is used to indicate that a certain amount of money is sufficient to start a tea shop. Here we are showing sufficiency. In the second sentence, the speaker uses enough to exaggerate their hunger by claiming it so bad that they could eat a horse. Now, here I am hungry enough to eat a horse. Here it is an exaggeration. Exaggeration means overstatement when we are representing the thing in a way that is much more than an exact actual situation. The pencil is sharp enough to hurt someone. We are here showing. Likewise, in third sentence, the speaker claims that pencil is sufficiently sharp. We want to hurt someone. We are having a purpose, and for that purpose, it is sufficient. So, this is what enough represents. This is the structure of sentence that contains both enough and an infinitive. Now, adjective or adverb plus enough plus infinitive. Then enough plus noun and infinitive. These two possibilities in structure will be there for enough. Now, let us start with question number 2. Rewrite the following sentences using enough. Write in notebook. Students, you have to rewrite these sentences using enough. So, here you cannot write, you are not given enough space to write the answers, write these sentences. So, you have to write this question in your notebook. A. It is cold for water to freeze. Now, it is cold enough. We will use enough after the adjective or adverb. So, cold enough for water to freeze. You see here, we are given the adjective. We have used enough after that, and to freeze infinitive. B. Is the meat cooked well to be eaten? Cooked well enough to be eaten. So we will use enough after well enough to be eaten. C. He bought food to feed the crowd. Now he bought. Here it is action. Here it is a verb. So bought enough food. We are showing here the sufficiency. So he bought enough food to feed the crowd. D. Do you feel well to work today? We will use enough after well. Well is an adjective here. Do you feel well enough to work today? So in this way you have to use enough, and you have to rewrite the sentences in the notebook. From E to H is in homework. Question number 3. Rewrite the sentences given below using to or enough where necessary. Write in notebook. You have to write this exercise in your notebook. You have to use to or enough wherever necessary in the sentences. A. You should come close for me to throw you the ball. You should come close enough. We are using enough after the adverb. B. Do you think we have spices to add to the curry? We have enough spices. We are showing here sufficiency. C. The auditorium is big to hold 500 people. So, it is big enough. It is sufficient for 500 people. So, big enough. We'll use enough after big. The auditorium is big enough to hold 500 people. D. Mira felt tired to go for a walk last night. Now here Mira was tired, and feeling tired she didn't go for the walk. So Mira felt too tired. We will use to before tired. Too tired to go for a walk last night. Understood, students? In this way, you have to complete E to H in homework. Now, question number 4. Given below are a few pairs of sentences. Join them using to or enough. One has been done for you. Write in notebook. You have to join these pairs of sentences using to or enough. And you have to write the sentences in the notebook. A. The jar is placed very high. I can't reach it. Now it is placed very high and we cannot reach it. So it is showing a negation. The jar is placed too high to reach it. We will cut I can't here and we will use to reach it. B. It is raining heavily. We can't go out. So can't. Again we are given here a negation. So it is raining too heavily to go out. So we will cut we can't and we'll use to here. C. I took rest. It was sufficient to cure my fever. Now here we are being shown the sufficiency of rest. So we will use enough. I took enough rest to cure my fever. We will cut it was sufficient because enough word conveys the meaning of sufficiency. D. It is very windy. You can't use your umbrella. Very expresses too. So it is too windy to use your umbrella. You can't. Whenever the negation is given, you have to use to and to. And whenever anything's sufficiency is expressed, you have to use enough. So in this way, you have to complete from E to H in homework. Now, question number 5. Read the following paragraph and add to or enough wherever necessary. The story of the cat and the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac is sad enough to make one cry. We are showing here sufficiency of sadness. It was a long time ago, too long ago for people to remember when it happened. Too long. We are showing here the extent of time. The Jade Emperor, a god powerful enough to vanquish the most powerful forces of evil, organized a race for the animals on the earth. He proclaimed that their spot in the 12-year cycle would be decided by the order in which they arrive. The cat asked his friend, the rat, to wake him up early enough. We are showing the sufficiency of waking up early to participate in the race. However, the rat was too excited to remember this request. The poor cat was fast asleep to wake up on time. During the race, the cunning rat asked the ox to carry him for a little while as he was too exhausted to run. The ox was too kind to leave a fellow animal asking for help, so he agreed to carry the rat along till the finish line. However, instead of thanking the ox, the rat dashed towards the finish line as soon as it was in sight. The ox was too late to notice this and only came in second. The tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, and the horse soon followed. They were later joined by the sheep, the monkey, the rooster, and the dog. The pig, who had made a slight detour to sate its hunger, managed to reach early enough to secure the last spot in zodiac. The Jade Emperor honored his promise and blessed the 12 animals. The poor cat arrived too late to join the zodiac, and even now it is not considered a part of it. So, students, you have to read the story, you have to understand where we will use to and enough, and we'll complete the story in this manner. Now, question number 6. Roshan has met an old friend of his at the supermarket near his new house. Given below is their conversation. Complete it using to or enough. Gokul, hey Roshan, fancy seeing you here. It's isn't this market far from your place? Here we do not have to use any of the word. Roshan, hey Gokul, don't worry about that. My new house is near blank for me to come here whenever I want. How much near? The sufficiency of near, so enough. Gokul, do your parents know that they have made it blank easy for you to buy chocolates whenever you crave them? Made it blank easy, too easy. Everyone at the school has heard enough stories to know how much you enjoy eating sweets. So, sufficiency of hearing. Roshan, as if you are one to speak. I remember that you were talented enough to almost defeat me during the laddu eating contest last month. Now, again, talented enough, the sufficiency of his talent. So, students, in this way, you have to complete the next three dialogues in homework.